In the vibrant village of Kaduna, nestled at the base of rolling hills and surrounded by fields of gold and green, there lived a young woman named Adisa. She was beloved by all for her kindness and generosity. Adisa's radiant beauty was complemented by her warm personality, but the thing everyone noticed most about her was her necklace. It wasn't just any necklace. Made of shining golden beads with a crescent moon pendant at its center, the necklace held a special meaning. It had belonged to Adisa's late mother, who had often told her, "This necklace is a reminder of truth and kindness. Wear it with pride and always stay true to who you are." The necklace wasn't merely a piece of jewelry to Adisa, it was a part of her heart. She wore it every day, and the villagers often commented on how it seemed to glow, reflecting the goodness within her soul. One year, as the harvest season came to an end, the village prepared for its grand festival. The baobab tree at the center of the village square was decorated with colorful cloths and lanterns. The air was filled with the aroma of roasted yams and spice stew, and drums beat in joyous rhythms. People from neighboring villages came to join the celebration, filling the square with laughter and music. Adisa was the highlight of the evening, dressed in a flowing Kent cloth that matched the vibrant colors of the festival. She danced gracefully, her necklace gleaming under the moonlight. As she twirled and laughed, the golden crescent seemed to catch the light with every movement, drawing the admiration of all who watched her. As the night wore on and the drums grew quieter, Adisa decided it was time to leave. She waved goodbye to her friends, wished the elders a good night, and began the short walk to her hut. The cool evening air felt refreshing after the excitement of the festival, and the path to her home was quiet under the starlit sky. When she arrived, Adisa reached up to remove her necklace as she always did before sleeping. Her fingers searched her neck, but they met only bare skin. Panic gripped her chest. The necklace was gone. Adisa's mind raced. She turned over every mat, checked every corner of her small hut, and even searched outside near the doorway. The necklace was nowhere to be found. Heart pounding, she lit a lantern and retraced her steps back to the baobab tree. The festival grounds were nearly empty. Only a few villagers remained, cleaning up and putting out the lanterns. Adisa approached them, her voice trembling. "Did anyone see my necklace? The golden one with the crescent moon pendant?" The villagers shook their heads. One suggested, "Perhaps it fell along the path to your house." With their help, Adisa scoured the path and the festival grounds, but the necklace was nowhere to be seen. As the night stretched on, hope dwindled. Adisa returned to her hut, tears streaming down her face. The thought of losing something so precious was unbearable. The next morning, word spread through the village about the missing necklace. Everyone knew how much it meant to Adisa, and they rallied to help. Children searched the fields and bushes, women checked their homes and cooking areas, and the men inspected the trails leading out of the village. Despite their efforts, the necklace remained missing. Days turned into weeks, and Adisa's once bright smile faded. She spent her days in silence, staring out of her hut's small window. Her friends and neighbors tried to cheer her up, bringing her food and stories, but nothing seemed to lift her spirits. One morning, the village elder, Baba Zamani, paid her a visit. Baba Zamani was a man of great wisdom, respected by all. His long white beard and calm voice carried a sense of authority and comfort. "Adisa," he said, sitting beside her, "sometimes, when something precious is lost, the path to finding it lies in the truth." Adisa looked at him, her eyes filled with despair. "But how can I find the truth when I don't even know where to begin?" Baba Zamani placed a comforting hand on her shoulder. "We will find it together. Bring the villagers to the baobab tree tonight." That evening, the entire village gathered under the baobab tree, curious about what Baba Zamani had planned. The elder stood before them, leaning on his staff, and spoke in a voice that commanded attention. Someone in this village has Adisa's necklace, he began. The villagers murmured in surprise, looking around at one another. Baba Zamani raised his hand for silence. I am not here to accuse anyone. Instead, we will uncover the truth together. He held up a basket filled with sticks. Each of you will take a stick home tonight. In the morning, bring it back to me. The stick will reveal the truth of who has the necklace. The villagers were puzzled but trusted Baba Zamani's wisdom. They lined up, each taking a stick from the basket. Among them was a young man named Ademela. Known for his charm and quick wit, Ademela had always been drawn to shiny things. On the night of the festival, he had seen Adisa's necklace lying unattended on a bench and, unable to resist, had taken it. Ademela had planned to return it quietly the next day, but when the search began and people grew frantic, fear overtook him. He hid the necklace under his sleeping mat, too ashamed to confess. As he held the stick that night, Ademela grew uneasy. What if this stick truly reveals the truth? He thought. Fearful of being discovered, he decided to break off a small piece of the stick, thinking it would throw off Baba Zamani's plan. The next morning, the villagers returned to the baobab tree, each holding their stick. Baba Zamani walked among them, examining the sticks carefully. When he reached Ademela, he paused. Ademela, Baba Zamani said, holding up the stick for all to see, why is your stick shorter than the others? The crowd fell silent, all eyes on Ademela. His face turned pale, and his hands began to tremble. He opened his mouth to speak but no words came out. Finally, unable to bear the weight of his guilt, Ademela fell to his knees and confessed. I took the necklace, he admitted, pulling it out from his pocket. I didn't mean to keep it, but I was too afraid to return it after everyone started searching. I broke the stick because I thought it would hide my guilt. Adisa stepped forward, her eyes filled with a mix of relief and compassion. Ademela, she said gently, I forgive you. But let this be a lesson for all of us, the truth will always come to light. The villagers cheered, not just for the return of the necklace but for the lesson learned. That evening, they held another celebration, this time in honor of truth and forgiveness. Adisa wore her necklace once more, its golden beads gleaming as brightly as her restored smile. Baba Zamani's words echoed in everyone's hearts, truth is a light that can never be hidden, no matter how dark the night. From that day on, the story of Adisa's lost necklace was told across generations, a reminder that honesty is the strongest bond of all.